Coming up on today's 26 Minutes Dakar. Wide, flat and fast all the way until we hit the dunes and it becomes a fight against the bike for Coma. Race leader Souza stuck at kilometre 33. Would he even manage to finish the day? Baldwin returns to play the odds against the Dakar, a risky game for any driver. We'll take a look back at how tough Stage 1 was for privateers and some big guns, including Ford, and a bivouac birthday for Chagin. The childhood memories of the Dakar from today's heroes. And all this and more on today's 26 Minutes of the Dakar, San Luis to San Rafael. Previously, on the bikes, on the fast tracks between Rosario and San Luis, Honda's Pistolero was the first to hit the ground, but also hit the finish line. It's a good way to start the race, but for tomorrow, we'll have to see if we can do well with the navigation. Almost 2 years after his last stage on a Dakar, Marc Coma cautiously took second place. The KTM rider is already in front of his rival, Cyril Desprez. As for Coma, Desprez cleared day one without any trouble. With 5 Dakars to his name, the Frenchman certainly knows how to manage the early race. If you can ride fast and stay on 2 wheels in a 2-week Dakar, it pays off. The biggest surprise is a 4th best time clinched by Alain Duclos, only 16 seconds from Desprez, but the Sherco rider wants more. Clearly the goal is to win stages. To finish in the top 5. The fight continues today with the first dunes of the year. Today in the bikes we head southwest and cut away from the cars for 724 kilometers of flat-out riding. As the day dawned, it became clear quickly that the Honda lanes have come to the Dakar. With the opening half of the special on fast, flat, wide tracks through the Argentinian scrubland, the CRF riders stretched their legs. Bereda was fastest early on, hitting 172 kilometers an hour, flat out on his Honda. Second of the Big Red was Sam Sunderland. The 24-year-old passed 2 riders by halfway, including Alain Duclos on the Sherco. Paulo Gonçalves was caught out by a stream and soft sand. The Portuguese tipped off slow speed. It cost him seconds, but not minutes. Coma was smooth, fast, and a delight to watch as he streaked across the plains. Lopez was a man on a mission on the day stage. The determination of the Chilean to take the win this year stacked up well against the perils and struggles of the day. He was followed closely by Ben Grabham. The Australian is on last year's works bike and he wasn't sparing the horses. Sand brings its own problems for the Dakar riders. Soft areas and everlasting dunes. It was neither of those that caught out Coma. A stone struck the KTM down, lodging somewhere between the clutch and the engine, and it had to be removed. Alone on the dunes, it cost Coma over 8 minutes in repair time. For Desprez, it was a day to forget. Slow at the start, he played it safe with his Yamaha's engine before a big moment. A crash at the top of a dune rocked the defending champion and he lost time hand over fist as he nursed himself towards the finish that was still over an hour away. I hit my head and started seeing stars. But the worst thing was that I burst my camelback and I had to ride the last 100 kilometers without water. So I'm pretty thirsty right now. Bereda's luck nearly ran out as he dramatically smashed into a bull and destroyed the Honda. But his luck is somehow holding as he finished the stage on the damaged machine and still heads the standings.
When?
The last 60 kilometers. I
struggled to get to the finish. I was hanging onto the roadbook and manually turning it kilometre after kilometre. I'm super happy to be here. It's hard to remember a more impressive debut, but let's not forget that this is only the second stage that Sunderland has ever completed, and the win rockets him to third overall.
Apparently I've so far first place in the stage, so really happy with that. It's the first one for me in the Dakar, and really happy to get that.
So, the win for Sunderland ahead of Chaleco Lopez. Barreda holds on to third ahead of Farrier and Alain Duclos in fifth. Changed nothing right at the top of the standings. It's still Barreda who leads by 2 minutes and 3 seconds from Lopez. Sunderland 30 seconds further back in third. Ahead of Duclos and Coma 7 minutes further back. Mixing it up with the middle order bikes was Marcos Patronelli. The Argentine is doing just what he did last year as he works to build up an early time buffer for the rest of the race, drifting his Yamaha through the soft topsoil all through the stage. Pushing him hard all the way was Lucas Bonetto on his Honda, and that made it an Argentine 1-2 in the second day's running. Poland got going with Rafael Sonic screaming through in third place today. Some 5 minutes behind Patronelli. Stage 1 winner Ignacio Casale dropped 9 minutes to the leader as the longer stage took its toll on all of the quads. At 6:48 down, Sergio Lafuente is handily placed, the Uruguayan moving up 2 spots on the day to get in amongst the top 5 riders. No challenge as yet to Patronelli from the Dutch rider Sebastian Husseini. Many expected him to charge from the start, but he's already 8 minutes down after 2 days of racing with no problems. It could be a long race for the Honda man. Coming next in the car, Stage 1 winner Souza is suffering as the stage stretches out before him. As much as the Dakar is a race, it's also a perfect way to bring people together. I really like the Dakar. We're here, it's a sunny day, there's the river, the race, friends, it's the best of the best. We're on the north bank of the blue waters of the Rio Santa Rosa, enjoying a swim with so many people, 3 or 4 times more than the last time.